joiners and designers and whoever else is watching this insane life. Today is Friday and it's the last day of the joinery, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing this go in and be finished. I suspect the other items of work will be carried out over the weekend. There are a few things that I have made a list of. It's gone off to the main contractor. He's aware of most of these anyway, but I've added a few more for good measure. The electrician will also be there today. I will try not to kill either him or the joiner, but I can't promise you anything. Other than that, lots of other different things just in preparation going on for next week. Emails, calls. I shall no doubt be parking myself somewhere when I grab some food, sort of midday or maybe even mid-morning if I can spare the time, and then I can sit down and use some unsuspecting cafe or restaurant as my little hub for the day. This is something that you'll sort of have to get used to, sort of eating either on the run or utilising workspace based depending on where you are. It's a good idea, a fabulous idea, to do all your work at home and then just concentrate on site when you get there. It just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. You'll have to juggle, like me. Hope you're all doing well. Let's get started. So, welcome back to the Chelsea house. Now today we had two things going on. The electrician is doing his work and he's upstairs, changing over a few sockets, putting on the new modules and the faceplates which the client has ordered. And I was waiting for the joiner, and the joiner has, the new joiner, or rather the temporary joiner. I can assure you I will not be using him again. He has not turned up because there is a problem with one of the panels. They need to spray paint one of the panels, one of the side panels of the wardrobe. So he is not turning up today, he's now turning up tomorrow. Nevertheless, work continues here, obviously with the electrician. I'm looking into all the different things that I have ordered, and I've just been going through things like handles, things like sockets, all the other different things that you need to look at when you're putting together the final moments of a house. Another bit of good news that has just come in is a client meeting, a new client meeting, which has now been scheduled for next week. This has come via my handyman, if you remember Ernest, in one of the other jobs that we did earlier on in the week, that you may have seen him. He has given me a recommendation to a client of his. So I'm going over to see her and her husband next Wednesday, so that should all be good fun. Obviously I won't be filming at that point, but I shall let you know when I'm on my way and what happened at that meeting. Lots of debates here on site with the electrician, very much to do with faceplates. The faceplates are for the switches. Now the switches, you may remember, have been a bit of a bone of contention on this particular job. So we have some, just turn the lights on here for you. So if you can see these here, these are dolly switches. So they're little things here, and they turn on and off. They're quite sweet. They're quite, they're actually quite old-fashioned, sort of old school type of thing, and that's fine and dandy. But the client actually wanted some from a particular brand called Meljack, and Meljack is a French company, and they're very lovely and all that. But you actually do have to import them over from France, and you need to have specific modules that fit in the back of them. So once you have these faceplates, here at the back there are different modules for each of these different things, and depending on which what light switch you want to do what, whether it's to operate a light here, a light there, and whether you want two switches to operate the same light, you need to get the right module for the right switch. This has been quite confusing because the client doesn't want to use Meljack switches everywhere in the house, and so we have other switches that have come into play, and this has caused confusion with the electrician and everything else. These negotiations and discussions are ongoing. They're almost finalised, but we're just moving things around as the client comes in and says, actually no, I prefer this to happen, I prefer that to happen, and you're moving things around. So it is a bit complicated, more complicated than I would want it to be, but sometimes that's just the way it rolls.